Hello, Paula. How are you doing?
I'm very nice today, and you, teacher?
I'm just fine, thank you. So let's wait a moment, please, for your classmates. Uh, let's wait a moment, please. Mm, Okay, they don't answer. So, Paula, tell me, how was your weekend?
My weekend was nice, teacher,
What did you do?
because I stayed at home in the countryside with my family, and no more. I We did a barbecue on Saturday, and we watched movies. Was nice my weekend.
Okay, very good. Excellent. So now let's start. Your classmates are not here. Let's start. First of all, here, okay, let me share my screen. Let me share my screen on this one. Okay, so can you see my screen? Paula, can you
Yes,
see my
teacher.
screen? Okay, so here I have different words. I have 4 sentences, but the words aren't organized. So you need to organize the word. You must organize the word to make coherent sentence. Okay, to make coherent sentence. Please, if your
Great.
classmates join, let me know. Okay, if your classmates join, let me know. Let's check here. Okay, so number 1, try to organize the words to make a coherent sentence. Number 1.
Let me see, teacher.
Okay.
She must be in bed because she has flu.
Must be in bed because she has flu. Okay, very good, excellent. Number 2. Number 2.
I have to take
I have to
a bus,
take a
a bus
bus.
to go to school.
Go to
To
a
go to
school. Okay. Okay, very good. I have to take a bus to go to school. Excellent. Um, no, your classmates are not here. Okay. And number 3.
number 3. Mm, Jack must sleep,
Must. Jack must
sleep
sleep. Sleep
before going
for going
mm, to brush his teeth.
brush
No,
his
sure.
teeth.
Sorry.
Yes.
I think that
must.
Jack must to
Must. Must
must
brush.
brush
Must brush.
his teeth
Yes.
before going to sleep.
Yes, is better. before going to sleep. Okay, very good. And the last one? Oh, Laura is here. Good morning, Laura. Hello, Laura. Good morning. Laura, can you hear me? I don't know what happened with Laura. Laura. No, maybe it's her connection. Okay, so let's continue. The final one, number 4. Laura, good morning.
Good morning, teacher.
How are you doing?
Fine, teacher.
Okay, welcome to the class. So,
Yes,
tell
teacher.
me, Laura, how was your weekend?
Fine, teacher. Getting
What did
ready
you
for the classes of my children. They start classes on Monday.
Okay, and what did you do?
I'm trying to organize a schedule for them.
Okay, very good, thank you. So, in this moment, can you see my screen?
Yes, teacher.
So we are organizing some sentences. I have some words, but Paula did sentence number 1, number 2, number 3. So just do number 4, please.
Mm, I don't have to get up early on weekends.
Up early on weekends. Okay, very good. On weekends. Okay, very good. So now tell me, Paula, what rules or obligation do you have in your house? What rules or obligation do you have in your house?
Mm, First of all, I must be at home.
You must stay at home. Okay.
Mm, eh, I must, I must be organized. I must take care of my baby boy. I must cook the breakfast and dinner, and I must, mm, I must do the laundry.
Okay, very good. And tell me now, what things aren't necessary? Aren't necessary to in your house? Aren't necessary.
Mm, Could you repeat it, teacher?
Yes, what things tell me about some things that aren't necessary? Aren't necessary to in your house, que no son necesarias que hagas en tu casa.
I don't have to watch TV every day. I don't have to. I don't have to. Mm, I don't have to watch the bathroom every day. I think
Watch the bathroom.
maybe 2 days. I don't have to. How do you say planchar?
Iron
I don't have to iron the clothes.
the clothes. Okay, very good, Paula. Thank you. Now, Laura, Tell me, what rules or obligations do you have in your house?
I have to clean up the house. I used to do the errands.
You say, I
I
usually.
used,
Remember
I
that
usually,
used to is to talk about events in the past. Okay, past
okay.
tense.
I usually do the errands. I take care of my children. I must support them in their homeworks because my husband work out of the house, and sometimes he is out of the city too. So they have me for supporting their learning, and I must to um, do the meals.
The meals.
Um, no more teachers.
No more? Okay. Tell me now what things aren't necessary. Aren't necessary do in your
Mm,
house.
as my partner said, I don't have to iron the clothes. Um, 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 I don't know. Maybe the activities out of the house are not necessary for my family because we usually stay at home. We just go out on weekends and in several times, not all the time. So this situation is not bad for us. Actually,
Okay, so I
my
understand. Very
my
good.
my children are used to be at home and be with me and my husband, and we do activities at home. We
Okay,
prefer
so
that.
you're accustomed. Okay, you're
Yeah,
accustomed to stay at home. Okay, very
yeah.
good. Thank you. So now, tell me, what do you think is the topic of this class? What do you think the topic of this class is?
Mm,
Modals.
uh, models maybe to talk about obligation or things that just are customs or advices or something like that.
Yes, but we are gonna focus just in have to and must. Okay, have to and
Okay.
must, but in positive and negative. In positive and
Okay.
negative ways. Okay,
Perfect.
so let's check the presentation. Okay, let me share my screen. First of all, on with audio. Okay, and here. Can you see my screen? Can you see my screen?
Yes, teacher. Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so here I have the difference between must and have to. First of all, in positive way, okay, in the positive form, and then mustn't and don't have to. That is important, okay? Let's check the uses first of all, the uses. So here, must and have to. Must, you use must to talk about obligation, but that comes from the speaker. The speaker thinks is necessary, okay? Sometimes we can use must or have to in some exercises, in some examples, but it is better that you know the correct use, okay? The correct use or must and have to because they have difference. And have to, external obligation, another person thinks is necessary. That is the difference. Look at this example. This is very clear. The doctor say you must rest for 2 weeks. The doctor say you must rest for 2 weeks. But the patient say I have to rest for 2 weeks. Okay, I have to rest for 2 weeks. That is the difference. The doctor say must because he or she thinks is necessary. The obligation comes from the speaker. In the other case, the patient say, I have to rest for 2 weeks, okay, because that is an external obligation, in this case from the doctor. Look at more examples. Manager, you must be here at 7. You must be here at 7. And the worker say, I have to be here at 7. Okay, and this is an interesting example with the smoker. The smoker say, I must stop smoking. What does it mean? What does it mean? The obligation comes from the smoker, in this case, with must. The smoker thing is necessary, okay, with must. But in the other case, with have to, I have to stop smoking. That means that the obligation comes from the doctor, or maybe from other person, from the friends or the parents. Okay, the doctor, in this case, the doctor thing is necessary. They are the difference between must and have to. Okay, in the positive form. In the positive form. Now, what about mustn't and don't have to? They are different. They are different. Mustn't. You use mustn't to talk about prohibitions. Okay, prohibitions. You can do something. It is necessary that you don't do it. It's a prohibition. So if you do that, you will have consequences. Okay, because it is a prohibition. For example, you mustn't wait here. You can't wait here. It is not allowed. You can't. It is not allowed. He mustn't call her at work. He can't call her at work. It's necessary that he doesn't call her at work. Okay, it's a prohibition. And what about don't have to? Is very different. It's very different. It's to talk about not obligation, things that aren't necessary. Okay, that aren't necessary to do. You can do something, but you don't need to do it. It is not necessary. So it is up to you. If you want, you can do it, but that is not necessary. Okay, that is not necessary. You don't have to wait here. You don't need to wait here. It's not necessary. But if you want, you can do it. Okay, and you won't have consequences. Okay, it's different from must. And he doesn't have to call her at work. He doesn't have to call her at work. He doesn't need to call her if he doesn't want to do it. It is not necessary. Okay, these ones are the differences. And let's check another ones. It's the same but with more examples. Okay, must express personal obligation and have to express impersonal obligation. Must express what the speaker thinks is necessary, and have to, the subject is obliged or forced to act by a separate external power. For example, the law or the school rules or in the house. Yes. And this one express subjective obligation, and have to is objective obligation. Okay, because it comes from a law, maybe from a law or from some rules. So for that reason, it's objective, and in the case of must, is subjective. Example of must. You must work hard. All passengers must wear seat belts. And in the other case, we have to. I have to leave early today. You will have to pay for the excess. Okay? And mustn't and don't have to, as in the previous picture. It is a prohibited, okay? It is not allowed. It is forbidden. It is forbidden, mustn't. So it isn't allowed. It is important that you don't do. You don't do something. The prohibition can be subjective, the speaker opinion, or objective, okay? But it is a prohibition. It is forbidden. You can't do that. It isn't allowed to. Children must, example, children mustn't talk to strangers, and cars mustn't park in front of the trains, in front of the entrance. And don't have to. There is no obligation. Okay, you are not required to do something, especially if you don't want. Okay, it is up to you if you want to do it, but it is not necessary. We don't have to. When you say don't have to, example, you don't have to make excuses for her, and you don't have to whisper. No one can hear us, so it is not necessary to whisper in this case. So they are the uses and the difference between must, have to, and mustn't and don't have to. Do you have any question?
Not for now, teacher.
Okay, thank you. So now let's check the grammatical structure. Okay, these are it's very easy. Okay, in must, just never use to. With must, it is not possible to use to. Never do that. You just say we must call the verb in the base form, but not with to, without to. Okay, with must, it is not possible to use to. So yes, must with all the subjects. She, he, it, you, we, they, with any subject, you just use must and the verb, In the negative, you need to use must not or mustn't, like the contraction in this part. We mustn't call early. And if you want to make questions, you need to put first the auxiliary must, but it is not very common, okay? The must is not very common in questions, but you can do it. Yes, we must, no, we mustn't. So it's an auxiliary verb. You know that must is an auxiliary verb. So for that reason, you can use mustn't or must in negative and question. Look at this. It is not possible to say don't, no, just mustn't. And this is important. Must has not past or future forms. It is not possible to use must with the past or the future. Use had to and will have to talk about past or future. For example, yesterday I must go to the dentist. That is not possible. And I will must speak to her tomorrow. No. In this case, you need to use had to or will have to. Okay. And it's not very common in question, as I told you in this part. It's not very common in question, but it is possible. Okay. And in the have to is different. In this case, you need to take into account the subjects she, he, or it. Okay, with has to, and I you with a with have to. Okay, have to. But in this case, the auxiliary is doesn't or don't for negatives, and for questions do or does. Okay, is it doesn't for she, he, or it, and I you with a with don't. In this case, don't have to. What is that? Because that is not an auxiliary verb in this case. For that reason, it is necessary to add doesn't or don't or do or does in the present. And if you want to talk in the past, did in negative and questions. Okay. For example, he hadn't to wear a uniform. No, that is in past, but you can say hadn't. You need to use the auxiliary for the past. In this case, didn't. He didn't have to wear a uniform. Okay, that is correct. I use had to talk about in the past, and will have to talk about the future. Yesterday I had to go to the dentist, and I will have to speak to her tomorrow. Okay, and it's more common in question. It's more common than must. Okay, do we have to call early? It's more common. Okay, do you have any question? Paula and Laura, do you have any question?
No, teacher.
No? Okay, so let's practice. Give me a moment here. Okay, I know. First of all, we are gonna watch a video. And then we continue with the practice stage. Give me a moment. Okay, and let me know if you can hear the video.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. This is a new video. It's a grammar lesson, okay?
Can you listen?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, so let's watch the video. It is about must versus have to and mustn't versus don't have to. Okay.
It's about some models, must versus have to, and mustn't versus don't have to or don't need to. So you better listen up, try to focus. Are you ready? Let's go. Okay, must. It expresses personal obligation. It expresses what the speaker thinks is necessary. It expresses subjective obligation. So all of them, mean one thing. The obligation is coming from the person, from the subject, and they find it necessary to do that action. Examples. I must drive at a fast speed. It's necessary for me. It's a personal obligation. If I don't drive at a fast speed, maybe I will have an accident. Okay? Number 2, I must revise my lessons for the exam. It's necessary for me. It's a personal obligation if I want to, succeed the year, not fail it. You must respect your parents. Okay, it's a personal obligation because they have given you lots of things, love, food, whatever you need so far. Okay, I must find a job to afford my needs. It's necessary for me. It's a personal obligation. It's coming from me, the subject. If I don't, I can't buy anything. Okay, next. Have to. It expresses impersonal obligation, which is different to must. The subject is obliged or forced to act by a separate external power, for example, the law or rules of an institution. It expresses objective obligation. Here, the authority or the obligation is coming from another person, from another authority or institution. Okay, examples. Drivers have to stop at the red light. If they don't, they will get a ticket from a police officer, which means money, paying money. Okay, so there is an impersonal obligation, which is objective. Number 2, I have to go to work on time. If I don't, maybe they will fire me, or I won't be well paid, okay, or I won't get a raise, tarqiyah. Is it clear? So it's an impersonal obligation. And number 3, citizens have to pay taxes to the state. It's an impersonal obligation. If they don't pay it, they will go to jail. Maybe they will have to pay more money. Is it clear? So it's a kind of impersonal obligation too. Next, Mustn't, it means it is prohibited, it is not allowed, it is important that you do not do something or anything. The prohibition can be subjective, that is from the speaker's opinion, or objective from another authority, as I said before. There is a necessity not to do anything. Is it clear? Now we go to examples. Number one, children mustn't talk to strangers. There is a risk that they might be stolen, kidnapped, and stuff like that. Number two, cars mustn't park in front of the entrance. They are not allowed to do so because the parking lot might be, private, belonging to a given company or institution. For example, a bank or a state or the ministry, for example, etc. Next, don't have to. It means there is no obligation. You are not required to do something, especially if you don't want to. That is, there is no necessity to do something. It's like saying you don't need to. Okay? Is it clear? Now we go to examples. You don't have to make excuses for her. There's no obligation. There is no necessity. You're not responsible. Maybe she's responsible. And stuff like that, okay? Example number two. You don't have to whisper. No one can hear us. There's no necessity for you, to whisper. Talk aloud. Nobody's going to hear us and might talk about us later on, or might spread our secrets. Is it clear? Okay.
Okay, so now let's practice. Let's practice. Here, okay. Let me a moment. I am going to open the link of the exercises, please. Okay, here and here. And please wait a moment. Okay, here is ready. So here you need to complete this first exercise from letter A to letter O. Can you see my screen?
Yes, teacher, I can see it.
Laura, can you see my screen?
I see, but it's a little bit unclear.
So let me send you the link. Let me send you the link so you can open the link. Let me send you the link by the chat. Okay, and there is a link, so you can open it and check with me, okay? You can open it and check with me if you can see my screen. If you can see my screen. So here, okay. So in the first exercise, you need to complete from letter A to letter O using have to or don't have to or must or have to, okay? The four options can be possible in this case. You need to identify what is the correct one. So letter A, Paula. Letter A.
Teacher, I'm opening the link because I can see the picture very well.
Why not? Why not? Because that is a link and you just click on the link and this is the picture here. This is. I don't know why you can't. Laura, can you see the exercises?
I have the link open, teacher.
Okay, and so I don't know what happened, Paula. And can you see in my screen? So, Paula, can you see my screen? Paula, can you see my screen? Paula.
Oh, teacher, I think there is my connection.
Yes, I think it's your connection. Okay, so don't worry. Let's start by when you can see, please let me know.
Yes, I now I can see it. You can see it.
Okay, so letter A. Laura, letter A.
You mustn't damage public property with graffiti.
Okay, very good. Mustn't damage. Very good. Letter B. Laura, continue you because Paula can see. Can see.
Anne is a police officer. She's off duty tomorrow, so she don't have to work.
But look at this. She
She don't have to work.
don't. No, you can say don't with. You can say don't. You can say. Oh, excuse me. You can say don't with she.
Sorry, teacher, doesn't have.
Yes, it doesn't have to. Okay, very good. Paula, can you see? Can you see the sentences, the exercise? Paula, Paula, can you hear me? Now she has problems with her connection, so let's continue. So, Laura, letter C.
Alex is really happy because he doesn't have to go to the school tomorrow.
Okay, very good. Doesn't have to. Very good. It's Saturday. It's not necessary. Letter D.
Devon must be careful with his experiments. He can get hurt.
Very good. Letter E.
You mustn't rob a bank or you'll end up in jail.
In jail. Very good. Letter F.
I have to do the laundry. My mother told me to do so.
Yes, very good. G.
You don't have to eat more salad if you aren't hungry.
Hungry. Okay, excellent. Letter H.
If Jane wants to become a pop star, she must work harder in the future.
In the future. Excellent. Very good. I.
Rachel doesn't have to eat chocolate cake if she wants to lose some weight.
Doesn't have to. Doesn't have to.
Mustn't.
Yes, because
Rachel
doesn't have to
mustn't.
is when it's not necessary. Yes.
Yes.
Mustn't. Okay.
Mustn't eat
Mustn't.
chocolate cake if she
If
wants to
he.
lose some.
Okay. Very good. J.
The shop assistant told me I must wear high heels with the night dress.
Must. But it said
I
the
have
shop
to. I
assistant.
have to. I
Yes.
have to.
In
I
the
have to.
past. Yes. In past.
Have
I
to.
had to. I had to in past because that is past. The shop
Yes.
assistant told me I had to. Okay. Very good. K.
This briefcase is very important. You have to protect it.
Have to or must?
Must, teacher.
Yes.
Must protect it.
Must. Okay. L.
You mustn't buy two more eggs for the cake.
Mustn't. Negative.
Yes.
Why?
No. You must. You must buy two more eggs for the cake.
Okay. Must. positive. You must. Okay. M. Okay, what happened with Paula? Paula is here? No, Paula is not here. Okay, so let's continue, Laura. Let's continue. M.
It's getting dark. I have to go home.
Have to or must? It is getting dark. That is maybe subjective, my opinion. It is necessary for me.
I must work. Go home.
Yes, I must. I must. It's my obligation, my personal obligation. N.
Anne must clean the house because she's giving a party tomorrow.
Yes, in this case, it is possible must or has to. It depends on the context. Because if another person tell her, maybe has to. Okay, so in this case, it's possible must or has to. Has to is
Okay.
possible too. And the last one, O.
Teacher, I could open the link.
Okay, so Paula, O.
Mm, You have to buy more cakes. We still have some. You don't have to buy.
You don't have
You
to.
don't have.
Don't have to. You don't have to. Okay. So in this one, let's continue, Paula. In this case, make questions. You need to make questions with have to. Make questions just with have to. Letter A.
Mm, Why do you have to move?
Look at this. Do or
Or
did? Do or did?
did
Did. Okay. What did
you have
you have
to move from your flat yesterday?
Yes, very good. From your flat yesterday is the same. Okay, continue. Letter B. Paula.
Mm, Why why do we have to get up?
Do we, okay, do we or do you
Mm,
have
Why
to,
will
no, no, letter B. Why do you have
teacher
to,
or why
why
but said tomorrow?
we
I
have to
think that
get
is
up?
why will you have to get up? Why will we have to get up at 7:30 tomorrow?
Maybe, but in this case, for example, look at this. In this case, in letter E, I will have to wait. So the sentence is with will. In this case, yes. But in this one, no. Just in the present is correct. We have to get up because it say we have to get up. In the auxiliary is not necessary. Will in this case. Why do you have to is correct. Why do you have to? Okay. Why do you have to get up at 7:30
At
tomorrow?
7.
Okay. Yes. Letter C, Laura. Letter C, Laura.
Alex has to go now.
Yes. So the question is,
Where where does Alex have to go?
okay, very good. Have to go. D, Paula.
Mm, 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 mm. I have to borrow my father's car. Why do you have to borrow your father's car?
Very good. What do you have to borrow and is the same? Okay, borrow and is the same. Okay, very good. E, Laura. Letter E.
I'll have to wait a long time for the train. How long do you
In this
have
case, you need to use the future. In this case, you need to use the future because it is I will have to wait. So how long?
how long will you have to
Yes, exactly.
wait?
Will you have to? Okay,
To wait.
we do have
To
to
wait
wait,
for the
okay,
train.
for the train. Excellent. And letter F, Paula.
Mm, Jane has to pay a speeding fine. How much? Mm, how much? How much does Jane have to pay?
Have to pay. Okay, very good. Now, number 2 is with mustn't or don't or doesn't have to. Negatives. Mustn't or don't or doesn't have to. Letter A, Laura.
I don't have to get up early tomorrow because I'm not working.
Okay, very good. Don't have to. Excellent. Letter B, Paula.
Mm, you don't have to touch any of the pictures in the you mustn't touch
Yes,
any of the
because
pictures in
it
the
is
museum. It's
forbidden.
forbidden.
Yes, it is forbidden. So it's mustn't. Okay, very good. It's mustn't. Letter C, Laura.
You must take picture here.
Mustn't.
Yes, must.
You mustn't take picture here. Okay. Letter D, Paula.
You don't have to eat it if you don't like it.
Okay, very good. You don't have. You don't have to. It is not necessary. And E, Laura.
And doesn't have to buy a new dress. She's got a lovely one for the wedding.
Okay, very good. F, Paula.
Mm, we mustn't forget your medicine.
Yes, very good. Very good. That is important. Letter G, Laura.
You must lock the door.
Mustn't, negative, mustn't. In this case, just we are using mustn't in negative or don't have to or doesn't have to. Mustn't.
Mustn't, teacher.
But look at this. We will be back in a moment. If you use mustn't in this case, it is like a prohibition.
You don't have to look the door.
Yes, it's something that is not necessary, okay? Something that is not necessary in this case. It is not a prohibition. No tienes que ponerle llave a la puerta. Regresaremos en un momento. It is not necessary. And the last one, Paula.
Mm, you mustn't tell anyone. It's a secret.
Yes, very good. Very good. And the last one, with must or have to. With must or have to. A, Laura.
We must hurry if we don't want to miss the bus.
Okay, excellent. B, Paula.
Mm, mm, mm. I have to go home early. My parents don't let me stay until late.
Okay, excellent. Very good, Paula.
Mm,
C, Laura.
I must go home early. Sorry.
No, in letter B is correct. I have to because it's saying my parents. My parents don't let me. My parents don't let me stay until late. So that is a rule that comes from the parents. Yes? So you are correct. You are correct. Letter B, you are correct. Okay, Paula?
Okay.
And letter C, Laura.
I can go to the cinema with you tomorrow. I must study or I fail again.
Yes, very good. Letter D, Paula.
Letter D. Peter must wear glasses. He needs them to drive.
But he needs them to write. Maybe the doctor said. Maybe the doctor said. It's something that it is not must, it is has to.
So,
Has
okay,
has to.
Peter has
Okay?
to wear glasses because
Yes.
he decided if he do it or no.
Yes, yes, but in this case the context, maybe the context is that another person told him, okay? And E, letter E, Laura.
Jane hates her new job. She usually has to work
Yes,
at weekends.
has to. Very good. Has to work at weekends. Very good. F, Paula.
Mm, you have to meet Allison. She's great.
In this case, this is more subjective, suggestion. You must. You must. It is not specific like a rule. Yes, you must meet Alison. She's great. Maybe this is subjective. You remember that in the presentation stage I told you that must is for subjective things or the necessities or rules, but subjective. And in have to is more objective. Yes. Do you agree, Paula? With letter F? Paula? Oh, Paula? Do you agree with letter F? Paula?
Okay, teacher.
Yes? Okay. So, letter G. Laura.
Have you ever, I don't know,
Letter G.
that's a
Letter H.
exercise.
Yes, no, letter G. Letter G. Letter G. Have you
You
ever,
must be silent in a hospital.
letter G, have you ever, letter G is a
Have you
question.
have you ever have to go to prison?
Had, yes, had, because this in this case the question is in present perfect. Yes, it's in present perfect. So with present perfect you need to use the verb in the past participle. In this case, had. Have you ever had to go to prison? Yes, that is the correct answer. Very good, Laura. And letter H, Paula.
You
Letter
have to
H.
go.
Letter H. Letter H. Paula. Can you hear me, Paula? Okay, Laura. Letter H.
You must be silent in a hospital.
Okay, very good. And the last one. Paula, can you hear me?
Mm, you must be silent in a hospital.
Okay, yes. And the last one,
You must be silent.
you must
And
help
the
my
last one,
parents. Yes,
I must help my parents with the work.
yes.
I think
You
it's
must help my
necessary.
parents. This is necessary. You think. Okay, subjective. Very good. Very good. So now you are going to imagine, let me don't share my screen. Okay, so now you are going to imagine that you are building a new school. Okay, you are building a new school and you are the principal of your school, so you must create the regulation that you would like to have in your school. Those regulations can be about punishment, subject, students, staff, or whatever you want. The important is that you try to use mustn't or don't have to or have to or must. Okay, you apply the topic in your building. Okay, in your paragraph. Did you understand the exercise?
Teacher, could
Yes.
you repeat it?
Okay, so you must imagine, okay, you must imagine that you are building a new school. That is your school. You are the principal of your school. So you need to create the regulations, you would like to have in your school. Okay, and using
Okay,
have to or must or don't have to or mustn't, yes, mustn't, to talk about the regulations you would like to have in your school. Those regulations can be about punishment, about the students, about the staff, the subjects, or whatever you want.
okay,
Did you understand, Paula?
teacher, I understood.
And you, Laura, did you understand?
Yes, teacher.
So take your time and let me know when you finish, please. Tell me when you finish, okay? Did you finish?
Yes, teacher, I finished.
Laura, did you finish?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, so Paula, share the regulation you built. Paula, could you start,
Tell me.
please? Could you
Okay.
start, please?
For my, okay, the rules for my school are going to be, you must arrive on time
Okay,
to the class, to the school and to the class. In the classes, you have to raise your hand before speaking.
okay,
You must listen to others and participate in class discussions.
okay,
You mustn't bring your telephone or technological devices
I
and
hear you.
value things and
I couldn't hear you. I couldn't hear you. I couldn't hear you. Could you repeat again the last part? You mustn't.
you mustn't bring your telephone to school and to the classes and technological devices
Okay, very good.
because and value things because if you lose it, the school isn't going to be responsible.
Okay, very good.
You must do your assignments. You must bring materials and have them ready. You must listen to directions. And you must wear your uniform.
Okay, very
And
good.
that's all, teacher.
Okay, thank you. Very good. Excellent job. Very good. Laura?
Okay. The students must be in the school at 6:30 a.m. and
Okay,
they must use the uniform in the correct way.
okay.
The students must walk in the hallways. It is forbidden to run there.
So
The
mustn't.
students
Mustn't. The student mustn't?
must
Must
walk
run.
in the hallways.
Ah, yes.
Must walk.
Okay.
The students must participate in classes and they must deliver the class activities and homeworks on time.
Okay.
Teachers and students mustn't use their cell phones during the classes.
Okay. Very good.
Students and teachers don't have to bring PCs or tablets to the class. The classroom have has the necessary equipment for the class. The
Okay.
classroom the classrooms have to be big and the building must be safe.
Okay. The
The parents
classrooms.
have to be big, and the building must be safe.
Okay.
The parents the parents don't have to go to the school for receiving a student's report. The student's reports will be sent to the parents' mail.
Oh, yes. Excellent.
The teachers don't have to wear an uniform.
Okay. Very good, Paula and Laura. Excellent exercises. Okay. Great job. Very good. So now let me share my screen. Let me share my screen again. And can you see my screen? Can you see my screen?
Yes,
Laura
teacher.
and Paula, can you see my screen?
Yes, teacher.
Okay,
Mm,
so yes, Paula, can you see my screen? Paula,
no, teacher, I can see it.
I don't know what happened. Maybe it's your connection, okay? It's your connection, but let's wait a moment. Let's wait a moment. Maybe you can see. Here in my screen, I have different pictures,
Yes, teacher. Now I
Okay, so here I have different pictures with different jobs, yes, with different jobs. Soccer player, lawyer, doctor, teacher, singer, police officers, and journalists. So you must choose one job. You must choose one of these jobs. And okay, let me check, please. Oh, it's here. Okay, you must choose one of these jobs. We must choose one of these jobs and talk about, okay, talk about the things that people in the job you chose have to or don't have to or mustn't do to be successful in his or her job. That is the exercise. Is it clear?
Yes, teacher.
Yes.
Yes, teacher.
So let's start by Laura. Choose one job, please.
Okay. The teacher.
The teacher, okay. So tell me.
She must be on time for her classes.
Okay, very good.
Mm, She don't have to wear an uniform.
She doesn't. She doesn't.
She doesn't. She doesn't. She doesn't have to wear a uniform.
Okay.
Mm, She must prepare her classes.
Okay.
Um, she mustn't yell to the students.
Yes, very good.
Mm, She have to be organized
She
with
has to.
she
She
has
has.
she has to be organized with the class equipments.
Okay, she has to be organized with the class agreement. Very good.
That's it, teacher.
Okay, thank you. Very good. Very good. And Paula, choose one job, please. Paula,
Mm,
we have
I
soccer
choose
player,
doctor.
lawyer, doctor, singer, police officer, or journalist.
I choose the job of doctor.
The doctor. Okay, the doctor.
Can you listen to me, teacher?
Tell me.
Teacher,
Yes, tell me.
can
Tell
you
me,
listen to me?
Paula. Yes. Yes, start, please. Paula, can you hear me, Paula? It's her connection.
I
She's
choose the profession of doctor.
okay. So start, please. Paula. Paula. Oh, Paula is not here. Okay, today she has problems with her connection. Too bad. So Laura, choose one more. Choose one more.
The kid
Which one?
is a soccer player.
See, it's a
The
soccer
child.
player. It's a soccer player.
Okay. Okay. Soccer players must uh, train every day.
Okay.
Soccer players uh, must be polite with the
Okay.
I don't know how do you say árbitro.
It is the I forgot. Let me know. Let me check in here. But try to continue. I am gonna tell you in one moment. Okay,
Okay.
continue.
Um, soccer players
The
must
referee.
be
You say the referee. The referee.
the
Okay.
referee. Okay. Soccer players must be polite with the referee.
Okay.
Um, Soccer players um, have to be disciplined.
Have to be disciplined. Okay.
Mm,
Mustn't. Using mustn't.
Soccer players mustn't um, eat junk food.
Yes. Very good. Very good. Okay. Thank you, Laura. Very good. Excellent. Now let's check a final quiz. A final quiz, and we finish. Unfortunately, Paula is not here today. She has problems with her connection. Too bad. Okay, but let's continue with the final test in this case. Give me a moment. It's not okay. It's this one. So here you need to complete with must, have or has to, mustn't, don't or doesn't have to. Okay, the 4 options. Can you see my screen, Laura?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, so number 1, you have these options.
Sure.
Oh, Paula is here. Paula, excuse me. You don't have to. Sorry, you. Excuse me. Give me a moment, please. Oh, let me check here. Can you hear me now?
Sorry, teacher, but I have a really bad connection.
Yes,
Now I
I understand. I understand you. Don't worry. I understand you. Don't worry. That is normal. It can be happening in this kind of encounters, okay, and in this
okay.
kind of environment.
I
Tell me.
from my teacher. I choose doctor.
I can hear you. I can hear you very well.
Okay. I think that I think that a doctor must arrive on time to all
Okay.
the activities and that they have to do. If you want to become a successful doctor, I think that you have to be kind and you must work hard and continue studying because I think that the doctors and the nurses keep improving, continue improve their knowledge to be better.
Okay.
And I think that a doctor must know what they are doing and must be nice with the people, especially when tell bad news.
Yes.
And mm, I think that the doctors and all the professions must love what they do.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Paula. Excellent. Thank you. Now
Okay.
we are going to do these exercises, okay? These tests. Can you see the screen, Paula?
Let me see picture. Yes,
I am
teacher, I can
sharing my
see it.
screen. Okay, so the exercise number 1. In this case, you need to choose a must or have to or has to or mustn't or don't or doesn't have to. So number 1, Laura. Number 1, Laura.
You don't have to take me home because my father is giving me a lift.
Okay, very good. Number 2, Paula. In this case, you need to complete two spaces in number 2, two spaces. So try to analyze the situation here. You need to complete in here and also in the next space. So, Paula?
Teacher, could you share again the screen because I can see now?
You can see my screen?
No, now yes,
Maybe
I
that,
can see it now. Thank you so much.
okay, it's your
Yes, I
connection.
can see it.
It's your
Yeah,
connection.
because I need like in a farm and the connection is very difficult, but I try to.
Yes,
Okay,
I know. So,
the second one. The second,
yes, the second.
you. The
You need to
options
complete
are
two spaces. You need to complete two spaces in here. Two spaces. This one and then this one. Okay, two spaces.
you have to talk to her like that.
You have to, but look at this. She's your mother.
Uh, you must talk to her like that. You mustn't. You mustn't
Okay,
talk
mustn't talk
to
to her
her
like
like
that.
that.
She's
She's
your
your
mother.
mother.
Okay,
She's your mother.
you.
You must be kind to her.
Okay, very good. Excellent. Number 3, Laura.
Today is the due date. We must pay the bills.
Okay, excellent. Number 4, Paula.
Natalie must. Natalie has do the laundry today.
Has to, you say? Has to?
No, Natalie must do the laundry today as
But look
it's
at this.
her sister's
It is
turn.
her sister's turn. Look at this. As it
Okay.
is her sister's
Must,
turn.
mustn't.
Doesn't have to. Nor mustn't,
Doesn't
because
have,
mustn't
not,
is to talk
doesn't have,
about a prohibition. Doesn't have to. It is not necessary. Natalie no tiene que lavar la ropa hoy porque es el turno de su hermana. So it is not necessary.
Natalie doesn't have.
Yes, doesn't have to. Okay.
Yeah, teacher.
Number 5, Laura.
I must take a
Yes.
cab to work today or else I will be late.
Okay, very good. Number 6, Paula. Paula, can you hear me? Paula. Paula, can you hear me? Okay, continue, Laura, please. Number 6.
To be I don't know how to pronounce that word. Eligible.
Illegible.
Eligible. To be
So,
eligible for financial aid, one, mm, 21 years or of age or older.
yes, but what is the option? Must, mustn't, has to, or doesn't have to? One,
Must.
must
Must.
or has to? Must or has to?
I consider that could be must, but if okay, is talking in third person. Has to, teacher. Has
Yes,
to.
because it
Has
is,
to.
maybe it is a rule. It is like a rule
It's a
established
rule
by the law.
by another. Yeah. Has
Established
to.
by the law, maybe. Number 7, Paula, can you hear me?
Yes, teacher. One of the big projects has been terminated or finished by the client. So we let me see.
Okay.
So we must work overtime anymore. We
Like a
mustn't work overtime anymore.
prohibition or don't have to?
Mm, let me see. I think that is don't have to.
Yes, don't have to. It is not necessary. Okay. Number 8. Laura.
Tonight's game is very important. You mustn't miss
Okay.
this one.
This one. Okay. 9. Paula. 9.
Number 9. You have to do everything he says.
In this case, you need to complete 2 spaces and try to analyze the next sentence.
Let me see the next sentence.
Okay.
You must do everything he says, but you.
Okay, you say you must. You must.
Okay. You don't have to do everything he says, but you must respect him.
Yes, very good. Excellent. Number 10, Laura.
Proper identification is required at the entry, so everyone has to have
Yes, very good.
their
Has to have
ID
their
with them.
IDs with them. Very good. 11, Paula.
If Katie wants to stay healthy, she has to have a diet high in fiber and low in fat.
Maybe has or must. Yes, must. Because maybe that is just a personal opinion. Must have a diet. Or if the suggestion comes from the doctor, you say has to. 12, Laura.
You have to get at least 7 hours of sleep tomorrow night for the upcoming exam.
Yes, maybe have to or must. Okay. 13, Paula.
One must obtain a passport to travel abroad.
Must, okay. Must or have to. You. It is 14, Laura. $14.
You must read the instructions carefully before you turn on the machine. Otherwise, it could be dangerous.
Okay. 15, Paula.
Mm, we have to read the instructions. Just turn it on. It's simple.
Have to or don't have to?
With okay. We don't have to read the
Yes, that
instructions.
is
Just
not
turn it on.
necessary. Yes, it is simple. That is not necessary. And the last one, Laura. The last one.
We don't have to give him everything he wants, or else we
Or
will
else we
spoil.
will spoil him. But if you use don't have to, it is not necessary. No tenemos que darle todo lo que él quiere o se volverá consentido. Lo consentiremos. Pero entonces si utilizas don't have to, sería como que no es necesario. Entonces sería
Mustn't.
yes, mustn't. Okay, very good, mustn't. So this is the end of the class. Let me, okay, here. Okay, we finished with this exercise, but let me know your opinions about this class. How was the class for you? So just if you have questions, send me the questions or just give me your opinions, please, or your suggestions about the class. Paula.
Teacher, I think that the class was entertainment, and I always think that you are very organized because we can see that you prepare very well the classes, and I really like that. And I enjoy how you explain to us all the topics. So thank you so much for that.
Thanks a lot.
And no more.
Okay, thanks a lot, Paula. And Laura?
I agree with my partner. I consider that the order of your classes are very interesting because you present the topic, you call out our attention, and then we had a lot of practice, and I enjoyed that, and I realized that I have to be more concentrated. I didn't have enough hours of sleep the late the last night.
The last
So
night.
forgive me for that. I don't have I'm not thinking very well today.
Don't worry, I understand you. I understand you. Don't worry, I understand you. You are great students. You are great students, and I like a lot work with you. And you are very responsible too. Okay, I like a lot work with you. You are really nice students. So thanks a lot for your attendance, and see you on. See you. I have a homework for you. Let me see. I have a homework. Yes, I have a homework for you. But let me check the homework. I have a homework for you. The homework is, let me check, please. Let me check your homework for Thursday. For Thursday. Okay, that is, okay. You need to
Friday.
write. Okay, you need to write, the homework is that you need to write a paragraph. You need to write a paragraph. It's short, it's just a short paragraph, not too long, okay? It's just short paragraph. So write a paragraph about the rules or obligations or prohibitions or the unnecessary things that you consider that a good citizen need to have or do regarding to his or her country. That is the homework. It's just a very short paragraph, about those rules or obligations that you consider a good citizen need to have or do regarding to his or her country. Okay, that is the homework. Is it
Okay,
clear?
okay. It's for Friday.
Yes, it's for, oh, excuse me. Yes, excuse me, because the classes with my other group are on Thursday. For that reason, I was confused. Excuse me. It's on Friday. Yes, it's on Friday at 8 a.m. The same time. It's on Friday at 8 a.m. Is clear, Paula?
No, yo dije que para guardarla, o sea, no la más.
Paula, can you listen the homework? Can you listen what is the homework?
Yes, teacher, the paragraph.
Could you listen what is the homework? Okay, so see you on, don't forget your homework, and see you on Friday. See you on Friday at
Okay.
8 a.m. Okay? Thanks a lot.
Okay,
Bye.
Thanks a lot, and have a good day. Goodbye. Have a
bye.
nice
Nice day.
Bye. Thank you.